excellent shape. It would have been nice if it was like, I don't know, water damaged, although that would be kind of gross because it would probably smell, you know, or being from 1966 in someone else's house, you know. Alright, so here's an ad for Ford. F-O-R. We make 3 do the work of 4. I don't know job to look. Safety comes first at GM, but remember, you're in the driver's seat. Yeah. G-E-N-E-R-A-L. And this is a Buick, which was a General Motors car. see if any of these are near me. In New York, Binghamton, Elmira, Hornell, Jamestown, Niagara Falls, Norwich, Rochester, Syracuse. No. What in the world? Wow. Good thing I didn't exist back then, because I wouldn't have been able to get one of these boards. At least not from a leasing system dealer. Letters to the editor. Let's read a short one. And they're all addressed to sirs. What a sight those Amherst graduates presented, all they needed to make their smirking and vacuous countenances and girlish bobs complete was a mangy beard. This type doesn't know the meaning of responsibility. This guy is from Albuquerque. We have no idea what they're talking about. ogress of the passport office. I know I'm considered a burr under the saddle, says Frances Knight, director of the U.S. Passport Office, with a distinct note of pride. Indeed, she understates her thorny reputation among her State Department superiors, whom she has often ticked off as gutless creeps and who in turn call her the ogress. Okay, here's a cigarette ad now. Don't smoke, okay? Us Tarryton smokers would rather fight than switch. Tarryton has a white outer tip and an inner section of charcoal. Together they actually improve the flavor of Tarryton's fine tobaccos. Why do they have black under their one eye? Must be from smoking, right? To hold a high-level job, a woman has to be better than a man. People who relish the big and showy and doing as they please. The Texas trademark flair for the flamboyant. We're still on the Texas story, by the way. Look at this nice indoor pool. It's a spa, the Greenhouse, a sumptuous beauty spa near Dallas, run by Neiman Marcus, charges $600 a week to restore health by removing pounds. And this, look at this. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 older men Bauer. Bauer whips his Orioles toward a pennant. What is his first name? Hank. Hank Bauer, manager of the Baltimore Orioles. Oh, look at this. You may never have athlete's foot again. Fact, athlete's foot fungus absolutely cannot grow in Quinsana foot powder. Not even near it. Wow. Gotta get me some Quinsana made by Menon. Occidental Life of California. If you want a better insurance deal than ours, see him. A serviceman can get a $10,000 life insurance policy for $2 a month. There isn't an insurance company around that can give you a deal that good, us included. What we can do, though, is give a civilian the best deal he'll get any place. For not even $10 a month, for instance, we can give you $30,000 worth of decreasing term insurance. Our boss, Meg Rawls. Not long ago, we visited a young AT&T share owner. We hope her questions and our answers may interest you. So she asked how many people work for the Bell system. 800,000 men and women. What kinds of phones are there? Phones come in many sizes, styles, and colors. Some are small for bedside tables, others can hang on a kitchen wall, blah blah. How many people own telephone stock like me? Nearly 3 million people. Why do Is she in this picture? Is that her? I don't know. Helping pick Miss Italy, Claudia lunches with other judges at Salso Maggiore. She got her own movie start by winning a rather specialized contest as most beautiful Italian in Tunisia. What a sex queen in the wilds should wear. That's pretty risque for those days, isn't it? Ride with the winner. Plymouth, a great car by Chrysler Corporation. So everyone knows Chrysler is out of business, right? But they had a good run, I guess. So here's some mattresses. $100 for the mattress. Oh, mattress or box spring is $50. The set is $100. Well, I could have figured that out. What size is it? is encased by his huge model of a jean puff, 289,400 times life-sized. Ford's Cortina, our lowest priced total performance car. Why are all these police officers looking at it? It can give you up to 30 miles per gallon, with enough power in reserve to pull out and pass on a turnpike lubed for life fittings and sealed underbodies. And inside everything is covered in washable vinyls except the floors. They're covered in toe-hugging carpeting. And it costs $1,769.49. And for that you get disc brakes and a sporty 4-speed transmission, electric windshield wipers, and a luxury interior that features foam padded bucket seats, armrest, safety padded instrument panel, and sun visors. There's room for 5 adults. And you could put their luggage in back because there is a 20 cubic foot trunk. Very nice. They also have a 4-door version that is $1,884.93, and a station wagon for $2,102.10. The Hot GT is only $2,121.58. And the fastest of them all, the Cortina modified by Lotus, is only $3,419.70. Listen to this. Shrinks hemorrhoids new way without surgery. For the first time, science has found a new healing substance with the astonishing ability to shrink hemorrhoids and to relieve pain without surgery. This substance is now available in suppository or ointment form under the name Preparation H. Ask for it at all drug counters. So now we know when that was invented. Are you the same blonde he danced with last week? Or has your shampoo faded to shade? Clairol shampoo won't change hair color. Winner by a nose. So here's a mouse and a elephant's trunk, and the elephant grabbing something. What a mixed blessing is an oversized nose. Though a too long proboscis forever separated Cyrano de Bergerac from his cherished Roxanne, he did become an excellent duelist on its account. Jimmy Durante has endured a lifetime of razzing about his schnozola, but he alone was able to locate that lost chord because it was as plain as the nose on his face. Okay, so this is about when summer zoo visitors